Good morning, good morning. How are y'all doing? Man, it's hard to believe it's been 1 year, man. So, started it kind of around this time because we assumed, because obviously there's no like set time as to when we found out actually that. What's up, Tim? What's up, Doom? Of our house loss. So we're thinking it happened somewhere. What's up, Jimbo? We're hoping, yeah, we're thinking it happened sometime around 7 or 8. So we wanted to come up. It's been what's up, Louise? We just wanted to come up because just to document kind of how things have been. So I'll do a walk around the neighborhood and kind of show you what's up. Um, Here's our backyard area. So just kind of seeing the changes of everything from the time. Um, oh my God, that's my brother. Y'all bought all day yesterday morning. Love you. Yeah, love you guys too, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Y'all really brought me to fucking tears yesterday. Um, Man, right outside our window. You know what's gonna be actually pretty cool about it though, in all honesty, is that I'm assuming after, because I don't think I've ever really spoke much about it before, but our main house was actually right, this area right here was like our whole house area right here. Um, and then our new ADU is gonna now be in this back area. So I'm assuming, if I had to really think about it, I think between the gap might still be here in this area right here. Um, and then our ADU is gonna start like right here and probably go to about maybe around this general area. So probably from right around this area to over here. But it is going to be a double story ADU, so we're going to have a direct shot at those mountains. So, and I want to say our room will probably be on the backside, so we'll probably catch them. Squish doesn't appreciate those mountains. Yes, the freaking chickens are still there, man. If you guys have been around, yeah, it's gonna be behind the garage. So it was supposed to actually be where line up with the house, but because the stupid oak tree was here and it's protected, um, they didn't allow us to do. We had to shift it over, and then after we freaking shifted it over, then they cut the damn tree. So, but these people over here already, which is kind of crazy because now we are in the back area and there's no fence here. There's the fencing, um, and you can start seeing how they're plotting this land out right here. And I don't know if you can kind of see the back right here, but it's actually looks like they have like your dimensions and everything. So they were doing this yesterday. So if you guys have not checked out the new vlog, I just dropped it at 6 a.m. this morning. So I did a vlog from over here. But this one was just kind of more so to walk and talk. But if you guys have been around, so much for you to be. Well, it was kind of dead. So if you kind of see it right here, I mean, I don't know. It's just pretty much, this is, as I was doing this just now, you could kind of see it's kind of just like, this tree was bad, man. This tree was in such bad shape to begin with. Um, but yeah, if you guys are around, man, whoo, man, dude, Eric, when he came by, he jumped on a bucket. I don't even think the bucket is here anymore. They think they took it, but I don't know. Here, let me see if I can get you guys down there to check. I don't know if y'all can see it. So I was watching it on my way to work. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, it was those chickens survived, man. It was just a trip in itself, dude. But yeah, so the ADU is not gonna, I don't think, match up. I think it's gonna be kind of zigzag. So one right there and one over here, man. That's live, but not as we know it. Breeders Bay. Thank you so much, my brother. So good to see you, man. Um, so let's see over here. Because yeah, our garage pretty much started right here. So pretty much we're just started was the garage. So the one thing that we're finding, well, every time we come back, essentially, let me move back this way, is how much rocks there are. Like every time we come, there just seems to be. Oh, you know what? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me put myself on do not disturb. Sorry, guys. All right, sorry, guys. So there's like a gang of rocks over here. So you can kind of see how things. I don't know if they've why they. I'm assuming this will probably have to be for the utility lines or whatever, but they dig their ditches. Um, Yeah, Amy had introduced herself, which is kind of funny, and then so she took over beers and they gave over shots, and she stood up on a bucket and did it. So that was actually pretty funny. So yeah, so this is the size of our bedroom over here, and then this would have been the kitchen area and laundry room would have been right here, and then probably around this area right here was our living room, den, and then the bedrooms are on the side. So yeah, but yeah, there's a lemon tree, guys. Still, well, I don't know if it's alive and kicking, but here, let me see if I can go over here because it's like hella muddy from like the rains, like down here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. Um, Let me see if I can go over here. Oi. So the lemon tree itself is looks like it's pretty dead. So I'm assuming we're gonna have to say goodbye to that. A bucket and a chair. That's right, man. I reckon that lemon tree it might. This one probably won't. However, it's got this little offspring kicking right here. So this right here is actually baby lemons, a baby lemon tree. So as I'm smelling it right now, we just found out that, well, didn't just find out, but we recognized it immediately because when this tree was born, my grandma actually planted it one, like literally, I kid you not, about this size. Of course, cousin ketchup. Yup. So it was about that size. Then it went to about that size. Then little by little, it got to that size until it started becoming this monstrosity that you started to see now. And it was bushy. It was hella bushy. But yeah, so my hand still smells like lemon. So we have not one, but two, but three, four, five little spouts of a lemon tree right here. So we're hoping that whoever we get to do our land and everything will be able to salvage at least one of those trees so we could hopefully plant. So it'll probably be another 20 years, 30 years before it starts looking like this again. But, you know, at this point, I got nothing but time, I suppose, you know. We were actually looking over here. I don't want to step too much because I don't know what the hell's in this grass. But we were talking about Christmas last year, man. We did the house like hella good last year. But look, you still see the nails that we put because we hung up so much lights on the trees. So other than it being burnt, man, it's just kind of like, just kind of frozen in time, you know? Right? That's what I'm saying, Tib, on God, bro. I'm like, dude, like if you take these little victories, man, let me just like, I ain't going out without a fight. I'm gonna duplicate it. Yeah, not only duplicate it, but triplicated it. Look, and there's actually no joke. Look at how far. So here's 1, 2, 3. There's actually like, look, there's another one right there. There's a bunch of it. So I'm assuming it had to be from those trees that fell off of it, had to start sprouting them. But even before that, like actually you'll see right here, because so this right here obviously is a tree, but then this area was actually where the house started. So by logics, if I'm really remembering correctly, our stairs were in this area right here, and the water softener that we had was right here, and we end up finding like the little trees. So look, here's a couple more right here too. These aren't just weeds, guys, I promise y'all. These are actually little lemon trees as well. So we had actually found a little one that we had pulled out because we're like, we didn't want that one growing too big because we didn't want the roots messing up the house. But yeah, so that's just a trip in itself. I knew we were sprouting out a couple, but I didn't realize that it was that many. So, you know, I'm hoping we could salvage at least one of them, and kind of get it. So here, let me say what's up to you guys. Hey everybody, dude. Um, yeah. So thank you guys again for being here. Yeah, this 1 year anniversary, man, is a trip. I'll take one of those trees if they're good to go. Yeah, man, for sure. Cause you know, this it came from Belize. Hey, what's up, LA? What's that, Chi Charles? Sorry, like the sun is like literally in my face, and I have the screen protector on, so it's kind of just bouncing off of it. So, hey, I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so very much. Um, but yeah, look at this. This is gnarly. So, look, another one right here, and look, this one's even bigger than that one right there. That is insane. And then right underneath that black tarp right here is the cementing that has our handprints and everything that we salvaged, man. That's dope. Um, we came out here last night and had a brew. We just needed to. I poured one out for 149. Oh, the candle lights are still on, so we left our candle lights that we got at the vigil last night. Oh, are they? I didn't know that they were fish. To be honest with you, I don't know what I thought it was. I thought it was just a super fresh name. Those are cool. Thanks, Tib. Keeping me. So, yeah, so that's the land as it looks. But yeah, you honestly are, man. What's up, Miss Moon? How you doing? Oh, you breed them? Oh, that's cool. Now, I'm going to sound dumb, but it's a fish you could eat, right? Um, yeah, you're not going to beat those perfect and I think it's because it's kind of breezy. You kind of see the tree blowing in the background. It just gave it a nice clear day today. And then what we were laughing about last night is because there's nothing as far as the eye could see, we could actually see the city down over here and all the lights over here. So yeah, it was crazy. But you know what, let's take a walk down the block and kind of see where we're at right now. So give me 1 second, guys. Let me make sure we are all, because at the end of the day, it still is Trashadina, man. Oh, they look better at fish tanks? Oh, bet. Okay. All right. I wasn't quite sure. Because I hear fish, man, and I'm naturally just a chunchies, man. So if I hear fish, I'm like assuming that we're trying to eat them. So, nah, freshwater. Okay, cool. All right, so don't eat that then. All right, that makes sense. Perfect sense. So, it's coaching day for me tomorrow as well. That's cool, bro. Welcome in, Toby. Appreciate you, man. They look better. Okay, cool, man. All right, so let's not eat our fish friends over here. But it's kind of crazy how crazy peaceful it feels up here right now. It's just, I don't know. It's just so surreal, man. It's been 1 year. 1 year. Like, literally an hour ago. Dude, I'm so down, man. I'm so down. If you have an IG, hit me up on IG, man. You know what? Couple things. We used to have fish tanks over here in 149, and we got rid of them. But then little things that, like once you start seeing the layouts of how things will be, it'll be a brand new home. I told the wifey, I was like, you know what? I'd like a fresh fish tank, man. Like a cool one, like a legit one, So I would most probably definitely take you up on that offer. So yeah, hit me up on the IG if you can, man. I'd love to get in contact with some fish that I promise I won't eat. But yeah, either Bacon Fan for Life or at Park and Sip. So, man, that's where little things. We're just trying to plan for the future, and that is really just something that's just kind of like, we're hoping for it, and might as well just think about it, since we're thinking about what it'll look like once it's rebuilt. I mean, because I obviously have the plans in hand as far as what the ADU will look like, what the main housing will look like. But it's still so hard to visualize it, because every time I close my eyes and I look at the land, I just remember what the old house looked like, what the backyard looked like, what everything kind of looked like. And it's kind of hard to I don't know. It's bittersweet. Bitter because I will never see my house the way it was before, but sweet because it's kind of like a fresh new beginning. Things that were a possibility that we didn't really have before might be a possibility. Like just having a studio of some sort where I could record, take photos, do all that stuff might be a possibility now. Um, so with every darkness has a ray of light some way or another. So yeah, so let's take a walk, guys. Let's take a look and see what's good around the block. Neighbors as usual. Um, we got a lot of construction since the last time that we've been over here. They're all, again, we hope to have ours looking like this soon. Damn, that shit scared me. Um, got the construction. Let me see. I don't think I could make sure I'm not zoomed in at all. But construction's going on. Neighbors, which is good because I think it's most of our neighbors are saying that they're gonna rebuild. If y'all remember Susan, we've had some stories about Susan. Um, she passed away in November. So that's all sorts of crazy as to what was going on with her land. But look, another either garage. It looks like it's got rooms in the back over there. So a lot of the homes over here right now are doing ADUs, and right at the height of everything, you would see those signs that said Altadena is not for sale. So this is kind of crazy because yeah, these were homes that would be people that I used to hang out with when I was younger, and then obviously move away and all of this. So they're selling this lot over here. So that's kind of like the things that everything's on everybody's Altadena's mind right here is who's keeping land and who's selling. But so they're selling their land, and that's literally what it just says is that coming soon. So word on the plate, don't forget. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Um, can't forget like just the little things like empty lot. But obviously they're not going to be selling. But yeah, so some of these lots, investors sold a lot. So specifically, I know one person on this block ended up, look, this is actually one of the houses that they're going to be moving back in a couple days. So I'm super excited for them. ADU built in the back, and then their house in the front. So this is the first house on the block that is going to be ready, and then we have one that's actually coming up right over here. Yeah, lots of folks are super selling, man. And it's, if you're a senior, so a lot of seniors that live on my block, and I understand it, man, because the process is easy. The permitting wasn't easy. Like a lot of stuff just wasn't easy. But some of the investors, yeah, dude, it's super nice. Super nice. Yeah, it's cool. And even this one too, look, they built an ADU in the back as well. So these are cool. But they may have already had something along those lines, so their permits kind of push. But one of our neighbors I know sold their lot for like $325, and then the investments are now selling. The investors are now selling it for $450. So ADU is it's like an additional house. So it's where we had a garage. We're no longer going to have a garage. Here, let me flip you guys around. We opted not to get a garage because all we did was fill it up with junk. Oh, and a fridge full of beer, so, and a bunch of liquor, and a bunch of explosives like propane and charcoal, firewood, flammable alcohol, all that good stuff. But we're not opted not to do that. So the ADU is pretty much a second house on the property itself, where we'll be living. So yeah, it's like an outhouse. It's a full house, but there's certain guidelines that you have to do to have that. So each ADU has to have a full kitchen. It has to have like a bathroom and all of that stuff as well. So yeah, this is, again, some of the lots you'll see, there's really like, other than clearing it out, there's no real sign of life. So not really sure what they're planning on doing, just like this one too. So some of these lots are huge. So what's kind of crazy is because like if you saw the houses before, look, this one is like dug in deep. Look at that. Yeah. So some of the houses like in the past were just they were our house was about to be in 2028. I think my dad was saying our house was gonna be almost 100 years old. So you think about that just in itself, it's just a trip. But yeah, so this is what this block looks like right now. But members, I want to give you guys the biggest shout out. Thank you guys for being here. My mods, thank you guys so much for being here. Um, if you guys remember, this was a church. So, dude, this house though, man, I think it was either this lot or this lot over here, man. These poor people. So, their house actually burned down. Man, it was like maybe about five years or so, man. Um, a lot of people have those for family. Yeah, that's what we're doing too, because we still with my folks, so they'll have their space, we'll have our space, and the world makes sense. But that poor house, man, it burned like 5 years ago. Then they literally, I kid you not, about a year or so ago, well, more so now, like about 2 years ago, they rebuilt and did everything, and then it burned again. So at this point, I'm thinking it's probably best that they just not rebuild back in Altadena, because their luck is not on their side with this one. And if you guys remember, if you guys have been here before or you haven't, this was actually the only car dealership that we had up here in Altadena. It's kind of a trip because it was a used car sales, but all those cars were burnt. So it took them forever to clean this up, man. Yeah, thank you so much, Tib. Yeah, you'll hear me talk about my emotions. I held them in pretty good. I was teary-eyed. I'm not even gonna front. If you guys are here, I might as well just tell y'all. I owe y'all at least that. But I was teary-eyed. That's why, I would kind of take my time and talk a little bit. But so this area right here, this is like if you saw the thumbnail off the original fire, we were actually standing in this area right here where we took that thumbnail for that first vlog. The in-law houses, yup. Yeah, they call them the in-law houses. But yeah, we were standing right here when we first saw the fire was breaking out. So Edison actually had a plant over here. Oh, I know my finger's kind of taking it up. Edison had a plant right here, and then these were those small businesses that you saw in the thumbnail. So one of them sold honey, man. Oh, thank you so much, Louise. No, so I'll walk down to the liquor store. So this was actually where it was like a boutique of some sort. A barbershop was here, an electronics thing was right here, but then they sold honey, fresh honey, man, and their honey was heat. So here, I'll walk down over here right now. So yeah, this is the remnants of the car dealership. And then if you guys came up to Dina at any point, you noticed that there was a self car wash right there. So there is a construction sign here. So I wonder if they're gonna rebuild. But there's a car dealer or the self car wash over here. Yeah, so those were up over there. So that's kind of crazy. And then this over here was like a little boutique too that they had, and it was kind of crazy. Jackster, what's up? Yesterday was 1 year of when the fires and the 1 year anniversary of when the wind started and when the fire started. Today is 1 year that we officially lost our home. So yeah, there's two anniversaries that we celebrate on that one. So one is, well, we don't celebrate it, we fucking remember, but celebrating sounds so bad. But Amy's coworker sent the funniest text, said happy happy burn anniversary. It just made us laugh. It was so funny. But yeah, so today I mourned my house, man. But last night after the vigil, the vigil was actually right down the street, and everyone took their candles on their lot, and then like there was a group of them over here yesterday, and they made it in a cross right there. But appreciate you being in here. I love bee wax candles. They're the best. Speaking of honey, you know what I want to do? Because I only ever bit one like honeycomb, like, and it was like I don't. It was from like a charcuterie board that we had, the coochie board. Altadena strong, baby, absolutely. Um, so, man, I've been watching those, and I don't know. I think because I watched one video, I have nothing but honeycomb videos on my feeds now. So, yeah. So Fair Oaks Burger, the notorious Fair Oaks Burger, is right there. How you doing? Huh?
You're talking about me.
I'm talking about how I'm happy this is still here, man. No, man.
That's very good.
This is home, bro. This is home.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Take pictures and put it in your
It's all over it, man. I'm actually on a live stream right now talking about it. So my daughter loves this. We were in here yesterday, and she was buying, I think she bought like 3 things. So over here, it was just a vigil. So they gave us candles, and they were just talking about it being 1 year. So then everyone went there, and then I think a lot of people went back to their lots to go just hang out on their lots. So I live right across the street. So I grew up coming here. I was up here for 40 years. So I would walk down here, and then during the pandemic, we would go down to the park, and then we would come down here. And so, yeah, so when we saw that this survived, I'm like, oh, praise the Lord. Praise that this survived, and the Fair Oaks Burger survived. So I was like, all right. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, let's cross the street, guys. Oh, the burgers are heat, man. My dinner has, what? Nice. Oh, yeah, the liquor store. So that's my favorite. So dudes there is super cool, man. I don't know if he's the one who took over or something, but I mean, that thing has gone over through so many changes. But here's a liquor store right here from the angle right here. So my friend Zach remembers it, them selling what's up, Adam? How you doing, guys? If I missed any of the chats, I totally apologize to you guys, because I know that I'm kind of walking and talking. I don't want to trip and fall because these roads are so fickle right now. But he remembers them selling burgers here. I remember this is the stories that I talked about. That would actually be one of the stories that we used to go by in the podcast, where I said I would buy burger from Fair Oaks Burgers, and then with the remaining money go buy candy. That's the liquor store I would go to. So what's kind of crazy about these buildings over here, though, is that nothing ever came to be. At one point, this one right here was supposed to be an internet cafe. And then it turned into it was going to be an alcoholic. My car in the shop, I would have drove by and said hi. Oh, it's all good, man. There's always the next time. Yeah, this one, so it was supposed to be an adult internet cafe, which should have been, what do you call it? Like serving alcohol and all this, and it never came to be honest with you. And in these little shops just used to look run down. Now you're cool, park and sip. I'm lurking. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you for lurking and watching, man. And if anybody's still watching, please hit that like button. Help your boy out, man. Help your boy out. So now this is a little shop right here. Cool little shop. They have a bunch of cool little stuff. We actually bought some gifts over there for Christmas for my folks. But I can't be in there because it's got cats. And cats will kill your boy. So these were actually housing units over here too. So it was like, I think, oh man, a good amount of them. And I know for sure this one was one of them too. So you had houses that were over here on this block. And yeah, all of it was lost. So it's kind of crazy what survived. Like, it just bypassed this building altogether. This funeral home, actually this wasn't the funeral home. This church has survived. So a lot of the churches, minus a couple of them, it literally just bypassed them. But this was where the event was at last night. This is my favorite. What city is this though? This is Altadena. Yeah, this is Altadena. But this is where they had the vigil. So if you guys watch the vlog, this is where we're at last night. And yeah, they had like a stage and everything over here. But this was home, man. So again, this is what they had because we had a lot of media out here last night. So here it is, the you're being photographed. Yeah, so this is probably my favorite spot. I mean, growing up, this was home. Hey Paula, how are you? Welcome on in, my sweet, sweet friend. Yeah, dude, I loved it, man. You know, and here's the thing. Here's the message that they put. So we have doors like this all over Altadena where people could write down their thoughts and everything as well. But how have you shown up for yourself this past year? So that's the one thing. Oh man, you need to try Fair Oaks Burger for sure. But yeah, seriously, this is everybody's creativity, you know. Um, I fasted, prayed, making good meals for myself, helping others build a strong mindset, walking in our purpose. So, that's the one thing that I think a lot of people didn't do, after the fires. And then the other side too, what's something that carried you forward this past year? And I've said it time and time again, all of you guys. We've had man, probably the best support system. So yeah, you guys. So there's a shot I took last night, but um, yeah, you guys carried us through. And like I said, I'll never be able to repay you guys, but you guys know how much I love you guys. So thank you guys. But yeah, that's the crazy thing about what happened. A lot of people they just forgot to do stuff for themselves. Whether they were actively protesting, what they thought the fire is or what the fire did, or whether they just, I don't know. It's sad, but a lot of people just lost their will to live because everything was tied up in their house. So had to make that conscious effort. We had to live. And I know a lot of people said, dude, you guys were strong, you guys were resilient. We were, but we had our moments. I don't want everyone to think that, what, we just didn't give a shit, because we did. That's a nice for. Yeah, they have it here and they have it all around different locations in Altadena. My reception's kind of janky over there, so I can't really get you. But I'll walk you guys around this area right now. Show you guys what's up. But yeah, so we had our days just like anybody else. So did you go to Mir? I didn't go to Mir. I went to St. Francis High School in La Cañada. I was, in all honesty, Jack, sure, I'll be honest with you, I was too bad to go to Mir. At the time, Mir, yeah, I would have got myself in trouble. So it was actually better for me to just pick the option I did to keep my head above water. But yeah, so I think that was the thing, man. So got to make sure we do something for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it was YouTubing. But here is the other liquor store, Town and Country Liquor. They said we have the best craft beer in town, and they weren't lying. You could get a whole arrangement of different liquors that's here. And actually, I don't know if I can cross. Let me see if I can jaywalk. But before I cross over here, this lot that's over here right now, PHS Bulldog here, nice, man. All my friends went to PHS too, man. Class of '02. But this, if you guys saw, I think I did it up for members only. I don't think I did it for everybody, but we did a haunted house. And one of the haunted houses we did that was hella creepy. Not creepy because it was like, not, I went to Rialto High School. Hell yeah. Go Knights. Careful, bro. Careful. What am I doing? What happened? So right over in this area right here, man, this is the creepy class of '05. All right, cool. So we were on the same age range. Jaywalking. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I was like, whoop. I was like, what's behind me? It is Altadena after all still. So, yeah. So this is the creepy Masonic temple, man, where that creepy haunted house thing was, but it was fun nonetheless. But I'm old, class of '97. Oh man, you're all good, bro. You're just a little riper than me. But my aunt got married here too. And then I DJ'd a baby shower here. So yeah, a lot of memories over here. So let me make sure I can get from point A to point B with my big ass, so I don't have to wait in traffic. And we'll see. Let's see here. But yeah, this Town and Country Liquor, man, I'm kind of curious to know if they're going to rebuild, though. But then the Apple Market was over here too last night, and man, the Apple Market is the store that never had apples, even though they said it was apples. And then oh man, that's cool. All right, so we're gonna try to. Man, I guess if I would have went to the crosswalk, I could have really just made it by now. See what happens when you're being lazy? Damn it, you just get caught up. All right, I could do it. I could do it. Oh shit, green truck. Oh, I gotta go play Frogger. Ah. All right, that wasn't so bad. So yeah, town and country. So this was one of the places that Squish wanted me to come to. So I feel bad because there was, so this growing up was a lot of businesses. There used to be like a store that was in the corner front right here. Then there was like a fish fry place right here. Then there was like a hair services thing right here. And then that liquor store's just always been there. But then they adapted over to having this craft beer, and it was cool. So actually, let me spin this bad boy over here. Whoop. So it became Pizza of Venice, which I don't think they're gonna reopen. So they ended up buying Pizza of Venice, ended up buying this whole area right here, and they were cracking for the most part. What's up, Charles? How you doing, brother? They were actually, man, killing it. They were killing it. And right in the corner over here was Junebug Tattoo. So Squish was like, you gotta go get a tattoo of Junebug. Come on, get a tattoo of Junebug. I'm like, girl, man, I got a tattoo artist. His name is Charles. He's the bomb.com. I can't do that. So she's like, when I'm 18, I'm gonna go to Junebug. I was like, damn, you gonna ditch buddy like that? Well, lest we don't have to worry about there. Hey, brother, thank you so much, man. Thank you, sir. Jumping on in, Jack. Have a good one, bro. So look, what's so funny about it, like you'll see little things like this. So so if you see, this is a lot. This is so funny. So you'll find little things like this. Look, someone put a Tonka truck right here, like they're starting construction. So you'll find these little bits and pieces had around here, dude. Oh my god, that's so funny. This here and this whole hall right here is this used to be a hall. It was like a quinceañera hall, and then they closed it, and then they opened it up as a dispensary. So, and then yeah, so now that's that. And then the market again right here was Apple Market way before. So it's actually funny. So everyone actually thought I was kind of full of shit when I would talk about it, but before that, again, because I'm Altadena to the bone, baby. I remember this from the very beginning. Like when this place first started open, it was some ghetto ranch market, but then it was actually I'm lying. It was like a market, and then it turned into an indoor swap meet, which was super ghetto. But here is one of the entrances to go in. I told them there was always doors on the side, and they thought I was lying. But look, the infrastructure, and then they just boarded it up with like some cheap piece of wood. But look, here's actually the doorway that's from the side. And then from this ghetto swap meet, indoor swap meet, I actually, fun fact, bought crisscross jump tape in here with a pair of knockoff Levi jeans, man. I think it was like Levi's or some nonsense like that. But look, you'll see like there's everything right here. And look here, you'll see the other doorway in right here. You see how it's all stone, stone, stone? And then look, they put a brick right here. See? So for all people watching me right here, see, I told y'all that there was a doorway in here. So this was the oh, so someone leased this already. All right, here we go. Progress. Oh, little wind's blowing. What's the worst that could happen, right? Little wind. What's the worst, huh? Huh? Wow, crisscross. Wonder what they're doing nowadays. Well, one of them passed away. It's gonna sound horrible, so I apologize. The blacker of the two passed away. So I think he was Chris Kelly, I think. I don't know. Could be that. But I feel so bad. Like, again, you saw everything that kind of was happening before it. But so when they closed this and they made it into from the ghetto swap meet to the ghetto, man, it was so weird the way that the store was after that. But then they made it into an Apple Market. So then the Apple Market closed, and then it became Baja Fresh. And when Baja Fresh, this was actually, so if you heard, well, I think Angel ended up posting up something where he was saying, nah, he had some issues. He posted something about $1 tacos. So this was when Baja Fresh was here, they used to have dollar tacos, but then if you wanted the cilantro, the lime, and the onion and all of that, you were paying an additional like 75 cents, $2. So those tacos ended up coming up to like 2.25. Damn, got you with the damn cilantro. Oh, were you? Oh, hell yeah, man. Like, and if she ever starts taking the bus, like I think when Kaylin was getting ready to go on a field trip, I played that song. I miss the bus. Ow. I miss the bus. Ow. I miss the bus. And I miss the bus. And that's something I will never, ever, ever do again. Woo. So, yeah, so right after that, man, it had actually been said, man. Oh, man, you'll be good, Toby. Man, Toby, you'll be all right, bro. Believe me, you'll be all right. Coming from me, you're going to be all right, bro. So this was, they had just leased it and they had just put up signs. This was going to be a clothing store. And I think Squish knew the brand, so she was getting all geeked for it. And, yeah. So curious to know if they're going to end up keeping up with that, if that clothing store is going to want to come back. Because I think they supplied stores to, like, some name brand places, too. So, all right, let's see here. We noticed. Yeah, you know what? And that's cool, man. Totally. If she's got the taste for like the old school jams, then totally, man, feed into it, bro. Cause new music day sucks. I sound like that old man, but yeah, new music nowadays suck. So it's kind of cool to see this lot empty again, cause this lot's always been empty. So every time they would do recording shoots and everything around the Altadena area or Pasadena, they would use this as like staging area. So they looked like they were getting ready to sell it at one point. I don't know what happens with that, but yeah. But this is where Army Corps all parked and stationed out everything out that they were gonna do when they were working on all the houses over here. I saw you and your family on Channel 4 News, January 5th. Congrats and on the go. Oh, thank you so much, Gwen. I did just see your message too. I had to go into my app and I saw it, so I'm gonna respond to all my messages. I've been down lag street, Gwen, but I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Much love to Brittany, man. Brittany Hope from NBC, man, who has been just a absolute awesome person. So she was really great to do that piece with. So thank you so very much. Yeah, I'm so happy you jumped in. Hope we were able to earn your sub as well. So as this goes on for the rest of the year, last year was spent on crying. This year is going to be on recovery, rebuild, and fresh beginnings, my friends. But yeah, dude, Squish she's got a full on taste for old school music, you know? Like Amy Winehouse, she loves that. She loved what was she listening to? It wasn't Dean Martin, but one of them Frank Sinatra. She was listening to Frank Sinatra vinyl the other day. Little Deb. Let's see. So the park right here, guys. So it looks like, I don't know what they're doing with the park, but I grew up going to this park, Charles White Park. So closed for repairs from Eaton fire. But this is the park. I don't know if you guys heard the news. And you know, it's crazy. I hate to say it, and I don't want to be that skeptic. The problem is these investors are making bank even if people sell. Hard to find house in. Yeah, it is. And man, Alton is gonna be stupid expensive, man. De La Soul is dope. Hell yeah. But they had this fully fenced off, so now they're opened up. So they park it. So, so right in this area, I know it's a little hard to see. In this area right here, there used to be a structure, and again, we were built out of iron growing up, you know, and that structure was literally just wood. And I wish I had pictures. I mean, I'm sure there's old school pictures of this park somewhere, but it was just climbing wood. And if you want to get to the top, there was no steps to go up to the top. You literally had to climb out and climb on the outside. And this thing, I kid you not, man, was probably bigger than about that tree. Probably about, I want to say, so here's the tree, probably about me. It was tall. If you were to fall off the outside of this thing, then good luck, man, dude. But you were super careful climbing from the outside, and it's not like you said, "Oh, I'm just climbing the outside to get to the stairs." Hell nah. There was a huge metal slide. So what was actually crazy? Oh yeah, I for sure, Bispoon. I was here for almost 40 years. I mean, but then for 30 years, I could fully remember. And back then we could walk down here, cousins, all of this. We came to get our free lunch here during the summertime, our government lunch. So they didn't do breakfast at the time, so we stacked up on lunch over here. But you would climb up, and it was like you were for like a glutton for punishment because one, it was made out of wood, and two, it was freaking when you went down the slide, a metal slide in the summer, your ass was on fire, legitimately. But you know what? We did it and we loved it and we just did it every day, man. And I don't know for how many years. So then I guess, kids nowadays are soft. So they got rid of it. And they actually had just built up not too long ago a pretty fresh, like, little structure that the kids do. I don't know, it's like, I don't want to, here, let me see if I can zoom in without it getting all wonky. But around this, so this is where that wooden structure was at. Like in this area right there. I don't know, my fat finger. And then right over here was actually one of those roller logs. I don't know if you guys remember those joints, but those roller logs were the ones where there's just one bar on the top and then the log just rolled and you had to try to stay on there. And the only way to really get off once that thing started going was either to hop off or hang on the bar till it slowed down. So that was one that was over there as well. But if you guys had seen the news, and again, I hate to say it, man, even with the investments, but Disney Imagineers said that they're going to be putting in, or the Disney Corporation they're going to be funding this park to rebuild it and they showed the plans and they look pretty fresh. But the thing with that is everybody at the time wants to jump in to be relevant. So they were throwing out their shoulda, woulda, couldas of what they're going to do. And at the end of the day, none of it has seemed to manifest. So, I mean, everywhere else in Altadena right now is getting it. They rebuilt a whole park that burned up in the northern part of Altadena. And the one that Disney said they're going to do is still stagnant with nothing else going on. So, again, whether or not that'll happen or not is beyond me. My guess it'll probably just be in that area because they're probably going to want to use this again for soccer because they would have soccer games going out every weekend. It would be cracking on here on the weekends. This was, yeah. So I think this is the most exercise I'm gonna get in a hot minute. Just walking around. But it's a pretty day, like it's a good day. It's like such a good day. Like I feel good. I'm sad because I'm just reminiscing, but then I'm happy because I'm reminiscing. And this was just good times, man. Let's see, do they still have the path? So there was a path. So we would rollerblade, and now mind you, yes, rollerblade where we'd go down from the bottom. Well, we were down a hill, so it was so much fun coming up, but then going up, that was a chore because you were trying to rollerblade uphill. Madness. Yeah, dude. Yes, dude. That's the only time we could find the elote man and the all of them. That's the only time we could find them was right here on Sundays for soccer. They started moving it to Saturdays too. Before they wouldn't do Saturdays because a lot of people rent these out for parties. So after a while, they actually just ended up renting out this area right here for the parties, like the side areas. And then we never had this little easy up thingy or that little gazebo. We never had that growing up, man. We stayed in the sun. Or we hid under that wooden fortress that gave us splinters in our ass, but it was shading, so we sat there anyway. But see this little path right here? So this is always our favorite part. So whether we had our bikes or we had our rollerblades, we would literally just climb up, or just scoot on down. And then once you got to this, it was always like the path. Like this was like the area of survival, if you would call it, because we would drive, me and a drive, I'm using grown-up adult terms. We would take our bikes or our blades, come all the way, and then once you whip it down this area, we'd be like, let's go. But if you see, it's a curvy path downhill. So it'd be like Adam Sandler and Big Daddy, where you hope you don't catch a branch, you hope you don't catch a pine cone, because man, you will end up in that grass. And sometimes the grass is a lot fluffier now than when it was. It used to be just freaking covered in in like dirt and rocks. So man, you would crash out over here, and man, hope to God you don't fall on your face and blow out your grill, man, because woof, Lord, Lord, Lord. But yeah, it was fun. And you know, this went all the way around, so this area just went down and it went all the way across, and then you'd have to go back up there again. So then you would either skate or you would bike as fast as you can and whip the corner around this way again and down the thing. Oh man, we would do that for hours, you know. And you know, I got in my first fight here at this park too. um it was one time this dude, man, I don't even know what his issue was. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. And I'm gonna be honest as hell with y'all. Real talk, the fight was probably over the lunches. Because every now and then they would throw some bangers out there for those government lunches. And we would fight over them, man. Especially if there was extras. Because I think they still do it now, if I'm not mistaken. Where you take the, if there's something you don't want, you throw them in the crate. And anybody else that wants it could grab them. Usually you find the apples, and I'm a big lover of apples. So when they ever gave out those, like, not the red ones, I hate the red apples, can't stand the red apples, but when they gave out any other color apples, like if there were those yellow ones or the yellow and red joints, man, I'd be all about them apples, dude. And I love those little containers of apple juice too, or orange juice. Man, I was all about that too. So, you know, and I want to say, I won't 100% say that that's what it was, but I'm almost guaranteeing that's what it was because of a lunch. So the one dude grabbed me one time, and he held me, and his homie just continued to whoop my ass. He would throw kicks at my stomach. My favorite, oh yeah, those are heat. Hell yeah. I like the Macintosh apples. Cliche, that's why I like MacBooks. But the dude held me and he beat the hell out of me. Oh, let me see. um so he held me, beat the hell out of me. I went home and I had bruises on my arm. I think I had on my side. I was getting ready to take a bath, and my mom caught up on that. My mom said, "What happened?" I said, "Some dude beat me up." And my uncle took me to the park. And I know she got in his ear about that. "What happened? You let him get beat up, blah, 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 blah." Because mind you, I wasn't the husky, muscular, chiseled beach body person I am back then. I was probably a whopping 75 pounds, skinny as hell, big ass head. Uh, probably dressed like Where's Waldo. Who knows, man. Um, but who we got here? Hey, shout out to Argentina. What is up? I can't see the name. Julio? What's up, Julio? The sun's like literally on there right now. So, went back to the park day after, because we don't run. We do what we do. And we went over there, found that dude, and hit his mark. He ain't catch me suck. He didn't have his homie with him that day. So the next day, I saw he was by himself. I didn't even wait for lunchtime. I just whooped his ass right there and then. And then I complained that night of, my hands hurt. You know, why's your hands hurt? It was probably the wooden fortress. That's my guess. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Look at that. They have different fruit. And we had that tree too. I don't know if you guys have ever had those, but man, whew, you plant that thing is going to grow all over your yard. But it is such a cool plant. So that's cool that they're giving out free plants over here too. Oh, messy. It's funny how they're all tough when they got back up. It's true. It's so true, you know. But caught him slipping, busted his ass. So it was kind of, you know, first fight at that park, man. So talk about holding memories for such a long time. So this would be the walk back up. It's kind of hard to tell because, well, if you could really look at it, it's a straight incline going up. I'm doing exercise today, so I deserve whatever bullshit I eat later on because I did my miles. Well, it's probably not even like half a mile, but that's not the point. The point is I'm walking, damn it. But yeah, see, all these homes didn't get affected at all, but they did have smoke damage, so they couldn't come back. So you could imagine how devastating they were to see that the people in front of them is gone, you know. And as we go up the block over here, this house that was right over here was the only, oh, I don't think they did it. There was the only block in the area, house in the area that had a pool. So we were all jelly about them because we could hear people splashing on those hot summer days. They had a pool and we had a freaking hose. What's up, Gladys? How you doing, my friend? Yeah. So to their pool, to our hose. And if my parents were feeling generous, to our sprinkler system, which wasn't very often because water's freaking expensive. But yeah, all of this loss. So I was on the phone with my cousin a little bit earlier on, and I was laughing because I turned on the wrong block. And he's like, what? I go, about bad. I overshot the block because I'm so used to what this house looked like and what this house looked like. And they're not there anymore. And they're all got those little walls over there. And I was like, dude, I forget what it looks like. It was crazy. So here we go. Yeah, see, gone. And at nighttime, it was very easy to spot this place out because they would have those color lights outside like I have at my home now. So it'd be purple at night. So we literally just looked for purple and we're golden, baby. Oh man, as we walk up, oh, that's cool. So they're getting started now. So see, they burned, but the garage survived. So our neighbors here, they're rebuilding. Yeah, the roads are jacked. And you know, they were already jacked up to begin with, but when Army Corps came in with their huge ass trucks, they completely dug up the ground, especially our sidewalk, which I could show you guys too. But our neighbor right here, I feel she never even got to sit. This house right here, you can't, maybe you could kind of see it a little, but dude, she bought the house like not even a month before the fires. She never even moved in. And her house survived, but that took on so much smoke damage because everything around her burnt. Man, I was insane. And these are our other neighbors right here who, I don't know if you guys can see it, but they house burned, but most of their stuff was in their garage. And then they freaking looted the damn garage. So they end up writing on their door locked or unlocked. Oh, they changed it. Already trespassed, no trespassing, or already looted, no trespassing. So, yeah, man. Crazy times, guys. Crazy times. I need to get some water, though. Give me 1 second. Let me get over here. And, man, the heat, man, you tend to warm up pretty quickly when you're doing walks, man. It's crazy. I remember Issa saw it for sale and we joked about purchasing it and having, yes, right? You know what we laughed to, because I mean obviously you could laugh about situations like this now. Here, let me grab my hydration, guys. Give me 1 second here. All right, I'm gonna place you guys over here right now. Give me 1 second, my friends. Whew, that was a good walk, guys. I ain't walked like that in a hot minute. So thank y'all for that. Oop. Come on back. There we go. Hey, Daniel Delgado is in the house. Member extraordinaire. I'm trying to make sure I have a shirt on. Oh, yeah, and I have probably the best shirt in the world. I was not anticipating taking off my sweater, so whatever. Let the world know I have a love for spam. But, yeah, member extraordinaire Daniel is in the house. What is up, my brother? How you doing? Drinking mineral water. I love this. I don't know if you guys have ever had this. People say water is water, but I highly disagree with that. The Mountain Valley, this green one, is bomb. It's bomb. So you know what's kind of crazy about it is that as I've been walking and talking, A lot of people have been, and which is good. I'm not even mad at it. Real talk, I'm really not mad at it because, oop, are you gonna do something? Hold on. There we go. I'm not mad at it because you're being vigilant of everyone that's in the neighborhood, and obviously I haven't really been up here since, freaking forever and a day. But everyone's like looking at me. But the good thing is that I know a lot of people got their IDs changed to where, oh, I love Pellegrino. Hell yeah. I know a lot of people change their IDs to where they're at and then they'll change it back. My address is still this right here. And I'm hoping to never get pulled over where they said, how come you haven't done a change of address and yada, 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 because I'm going to be back in Altadena. So I want to change my ID. So if anybody IDs me and wonders what my purpose, yesterday I was getting mad looks. People were simping hard because I had the camera set up right here, and I was like doing the vlog yesterday and the podcast thing, and then doing checks and walking around and just doing so. Everyone was kind of looking like, what the hell? Especially the people that were working in the back. They were just kind of really straight looking in, like, dude, what's going on with you, man? Like, who are you? So. Bacon, baby. This is my stomping grounds, yo. But yeah, so it's good times, guys. Good times, man. So as the 1 year anniversary is here, man. It's so. It is technically still my address, but I think they trip sometimes because they don't want they want your address on your license to reflect where you're currently at, or have one of those pink slips, because you could go to DMV and request a pink slip, and then they'll put a temporary, but then you have to walk around with it, and it's like just an annoying little pink paper, and it's just dumb. So I figure why do any of that though, sorry, I'm being chismoso now. It's like watching all the people that's walking by and stuff though. But one story I actually did forget to tell you guys, which I started talking about it, is that the land that I told you sold, they're gonna sell for over 400 G's. But the neighbor who was here, all the inconveniences, I've become master at being inconvenienced, I should say, over 2025. But he checked in at the hotel, so he was actually at the hotel when we were there for the month. And he had us cracking up. He sold his land. He ended up selling his land to those people. And he said, dude, we're like, well, how long are you going to stay here? He goes, for as long as the insurance is going to pay. He was a senior. Man, I've known him my whole life growing up over here. But he's like, man, I go, how long? He goes, man, I'm going to be here for as long as the insurance keeps paying. I go, crazy. He's like, yeah, man, why would I want to go anywhere else, man? Because they gave us food. We had breakfast every morning, so he would just have to buy his dinner. He goes, so I get breakfast, I get coffee all day. Someone makes up my room for me. And I'm like, damn, that's truth, man. That's what's up. And I was like, that's, I would do the same thing. So I know he was definitely enjoying his full retirement life, essentially. And I can't even be mad at that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so yeah, it's just crazy to think, and I put a lot of my feelings that I had in the podcast. So if you guys get a chance, please check it out. Please be sure to like it, subscribe it, and if you're still watching in any way, check that out. And yeah, so I think it's about that time. I promised the wife, since I have the day off today, I'll take her some coffee. So I'm gonna be a good husband and do that. Spazzy Juggalo, what is up, ninja? Whoop whoop, man. Forever, baby. Talking about one of the best things that I did, man, was before the fire, went to go grab some socks, and when I reached into my drawer, I just happened to, I pulled out the cardboard box that I had all my charms in. Not all of them. I lost 2 charms in the fire, but the more ones that were definitely like meaningful, I grabbed it and I just put it in my pocket. I didn't realize that thing was in my pocket for 2 days after the fire, and when I did, man, that was like just a blast of fresh karma coming at me. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for coming in, Ninja, man. Again, Juggalo family, man. You guys reached out. You guys showed love, man. We always said we family, and man, it really showed during this time. So appreciate you so much, man. Good seeing you this morning. It's a good day when you see it. Yeah, absolutely. And we always say, nothing is promised, man. Every day's a gift. So, we take advantage of that to the fullest, 100%. So, it's just been crazy, but I don't know, the next time I'll do a live stream up here is when we'll get cracking with our groundbreaking, and I hope to have some of my friends over here to be here and that at that time. But we're super 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 geeked and optimistic for what's to come. So again, my friends, thank you guys so much. Members, mods, thank you guys so much for being here. I honestly can't thank you guys enough for being the biggest part of our lives, man. And again, any stealth watchers, appreciate you guys watching, listening to hear what I had to say, man. Yeah, bro, hit me up, bro, hit me up. But yeah, today I'm happy I got the vlog, or the vlog. I have stopped calling it. I want to call it is a vlog ish. It's a vlog podcast hybrid. My thank you, man. Member extraordinaire coming through, man. So wifey's gonna love that. She's gonna get good coffee. I was about to go to 7-Eleven and hook her up, but my amp it up, take her to Starbucks now. But thank you so much, member extraordinaire. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Um, and thank you all of you guys, man. I'm just gonna take today, take it easy, take my time, take down my Christmas decorations, and just think about the day. So again, don't if there's somebody you guys care about, man, don't take them for granted, guys. Like I said in the podcast, man, love them, tell them you care, and all of that good stuff, man. Gwen, thank you so much. Tib, all of you guys, member extraordinaire, thank you so very much. Yeah, dude. Users, I love, it's a beautiful day. It is such a beautiful day out here today, on for a day that was 1 year ago, literally. So we're coming up on probably about 4 hours or so is when we finally made that drive down here and we saw everything was gone. So this looked like a whole different scene exactly 1 year ago, and for it to just have that life again, man, it's just a blessing, man. Hey, from Vegas, what is up, Vegas? Man, thank you guys for popping in, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. We will be out in Vegas probably pretty soon. I can't say much about Vegas, but we are going to be at Vegas, man. So Vegas homies, if you guys are out there, man, shoot over your Rex, man. Y'all make sure you guys follow me on the IGs at BaconFan4Life and at Park and Sip, guys. And Adam's back in the house. Yeah, it's so good to see everything, because again, 1 year ago this looked completely different, so this is kind of what I'm enjoying, that it looks like and all of that. So again, guys, David Jones is in the house. But again, guys, I'm a skedaddle. Thank you guys so very much. I can't thank you guys enough. Again, if this is the first time you're here, thank you guys so much for checking us out. Hey, man, thank you so much, Spaz, man. Whoop whoop. Thank you so much, Ninja. I appreciate the love, man. Thank you so much, man. I didn't realize it happened. What happened? The fires? Oof. Yeah, we realized it, especially when we smelt it. So thank you so much, Ninja, man. Who's in there? I'm sorry, guys. If I missed anything, I'm so sorry, guys, because, yeah, I got the sun literally, like, reflecting off the screen. But thank you guys. Thank you guys again. Thanks, Park. Hey, no, thank you guys so much, man. Please check out the podcast, man. I put love into that one for sure, man. That was a special one. So now podcasting going forward is going to be just goofiness and funness, and then got that tattoo one that'll be dropping next week too, for sure, man. But yeah, man, I appreciate the support. I support you guys. I love you guys, man. You guys are the backbone to our existence. So my friends, we are close like this. Please don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Again, guys, man, we are family, guys. So thank you guys so very much. Please be safe out there, man. Love lots, care even more. And man, guys, don't do anything I wouldn't do twice. All right, guys, especially if it's going to be windy, because man, apparently wind is bad, at least from what we heard. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Love you, everybody. Take care.